Hello everybody, this is Build a Base, although I'm not building a base today. I am instead doing a little bit of a nostalgia trip for myself and doing Nancy Drew. This is the first in the list that Her Entertainment gives out. It's not the first case chronologically. I don't know why they listed it the way they did. But they're having a sale at Her Entertainment, who made pretty much all of the Nancy Drew games, and they're selling pretty much all of them except for Ransom of the Seven Ships, which is apparently no longer available at all. And let's see, I've played I've done the Curse of Blackmore Manor, and I think Secret of the Old Clock, and I've played one of the others. I can't remember which one. It was one of the ones in Japan, I think. And I've played the first couple hours of this because I wasn't recording, even though I thought I was, which is unfortunate, but hey, at least that cuts out some of the stuff I was already going to cut out. I won't have to do as much backtracking this time. So, in this one, since it's the first on their list, I decided to just go through them how they have them listed on the site. The current assignment is that the student named Jake Rogers was killed at a local high school last week. An undercover detective by the name of Beach asked Aunt Eloise if I could go undercover to investigate the murder. I'm posing as a new student to see what the other kids may know about Jake and his untimely end. So pretty straightforward. Someone killed a kid. And we're just gonna go help. We're gonna do junior detective because there's...
Dear Dad, who would have dreamed taking a vacation to visit Aunt Eloise in Florida would result in another case? Seems a student named Jake Rogers was murdered at the high school last week. And an undercover police detective wants me to pose as a student to search for any leads at the school. So, it's undercover I go. I'm calling this case Secrets Can Kill. Love, Nancy.
I said this in the first time I didn't record this. I love how she's already named the case, even though she's only just gotten here. And this font is horrible. Paseo del Mar University and the Sigma Phi Kappa Delta sorority cordially invites you to attend the 25th annual Sigma Phi Kappa Delta sorority reunion. Such a mouthful. Saturday the 23rd, the Emerald Crest Ballroom, Paseo del Mar Country Club, Paseo del Mar, Florida. Round robin golf tournament starts at 3:30, reception and dinner at 7 o'clock, dessert and dancing immediately following. It just tries so hard, all these fanciness. So, Nancy, I had to close the school library early today, but if you need to do any research for your case, the key to the library is in the safe. Remember not to enter the wrong combination. Be careful, Aunt Eloise. So, like I said, I've already done the first several hours of this game, so I remember, you know, where things are for the most part. Sigma Kappa Delta. The key? And I'm gonna possibly have to cut this because I'm terrible at these here. These slide puzzles. I mean, if at the very least I'll just speed it up for you if I end up taking as long as I did the first time. I hope I don't, but can't always predict how good I'm gonna be on these. Usually not terribly good. I don't know what it is about these that just make my brain not want to cooperate. Because that... I hate them so much. Ooh, that's just all kinds of messy. Okay. Think I missed some important section. How was it? Yep, so I need to move those over to that. Dang it. So close. Okay. Oh, no, I just undid everything I just did. Okay. I don't think that actually helped me a whole lot. Oh, actually, yes it did. I got it. Oh, it didn't take as long as the first time, so that's good. Eloise Drew, a wise elder. And I don't know if in this game, sometimes in these games you have to find the password before it even lets you enter it. I don't know if this is one of them, but I figured I just would show you where it is if you wanted to know and to prove that I did actually find it. Let's see. Talk to Jake about library books out of order. Call Nancy to get flight number. Call Jackie about Spanish schools. So, yeah, apparently Jake helped out in the library. So he had a whole bunch of stuff to do. And we're going to obviously be needing a videotape at some point. That I have not actually found in my previous playthrough. Classic book cut. Well, I wouldn't say a full playthrough since I realized I wasn't actually recording and got very frustrated. Hidden clues are everywhere. Strange things have happened on this bridge. Some people have reported hearing screams and cries from below the span. Others have reported ghostly figures looming at the end, and even others have felt a cold tingling sensation throughout their body when crossing. No one is certain about the origin of these sightings, but the first documented case of spectral phenomenon occurred around the turn of the last century when a troop of Girl Scouts camped out here. All returned with their hair turned white. None of the frightened campers spoke a word until a year later. A year! Which seems just a weird thing to put into an official book, but whatever. At first, the girls just babbled incoherently or screamed or laughed. A psychiatrist specializing in traumatic experiences was asked to examine the girls, but the girls would only say one phrase: follow the X to the spot below. Groovy. Okay. And I also... Let's see if this happens again. Yep. I love that there's a cell phone and a VHS player in this.
Nancy Drew, Detective Beach here. How are you?
Good, and yourself?
Frustrated, Nancy. I need some leads, and you're my man. Well, woman, teen, student, whatever. I'll be at Maxine's Diner. Come see me when you found out anything. All contact should be through me.
Can do. So what's our cover?
Our what?
Our cover. Who should I say you are if anyone sees us and asks?
Oh, right. I'll be your uncle. Uncle Steve. I gotta go now. If you need anything else, come see me at Maxine's. I'm wearing glasses and a green striped shirt.
Yeah, I mean, a VHS tape player and a cell phone that looks like it has the touchscreen. That's a very copacetic combination right there. And let's just go into Maxine's Diner here. Grab this here. I clocked this immediately the first time I looked at it too, but like all of these color-coded words and letters, so we'll just go right ahead and take us a picture of it, which I didn't realize that I had a camera the first time I was in here playing this, and so I ended up going back and having to find all these again just so I could have a very easy place instead of having to write it all down, although a lot of this seems to have a lot of word scrambles in it, so I end up writing it
Uncle
down anyway.
Steve!
Nancy! Why, I haven't seen you since, for a long time. How's your...
Aunt Eloise. Oh, she's fine. And Dad says hello.
You're staying with your aunt, right?
Yes.
So, what do you got for me?
Well, I was hoping you could debrief me on the investigation.
Oh, sure. I'm just a bit... Well, my undercover assignments are usually not so... suburban.
I understand.
The victim was a senior named Jake Rogers. As usual, none of the family, teachers, or students know about any enemies he may have had. Nothing came up from searching his home, computer, cell phone, or locker. His bank records tell a different story. He had a fairly large savings account and a lot of cash deposits. We suspect he was involved in something shady. Drugs, gambling, or blackmail. That's where you fit in. Talk to the students and see what you can find out. We think he might have kept information about his activities in a notebook or journal. So keep a lookout for anything like that. Anything else?
Bye-bye.
Be careful.
He seems like he's a really very helpful detective, doesn't he? He knows exactly what he's doing. That's the exact same one. Okay. I don't think I noticed that was there the first time.
Welcome to Maxine's. I'm Daryl Gray. I don't think I've seen you here before.
My name's Nancy Drew. I just moved down here.
Then you'll be attending Paseo Del Mar High. I'm your student council president. If there's anything you need, just let me know.
Thanks. I might just take you up on that offer.
So, what can I do for you?
Let's...
Tell me about Maxine's.
Maxine's is the best diner in Florida. The place is usually packed. I guess all the police that were camping out here scared the kids away. Now there's just a creepy old guy hanging around wearing an ugly green shirt.
And let's not do that. Let's just stick with questions.
So what's Paseo Del Mar High like?
It's a great school. Good teachers, nice students, lots of after-school activities. It's just too bad what happened.
What happened?
One of the students was murdered in the school last week.
Oh my gosh, you don't say. It's not like that would be in the newspapers or anything. Let's see.
What happened?
Someone beat up this guy, Jake Rogers, and then threw him down a flight of stairs. He worked here, but I didn't really know him. He kept mainly to himself.
Well, that's just absolutely terrible.
That's terrible.
I know. They only now just reopened the school.
Who did it?
No one knows, and the police are keeping pretty clammed up about it. But my resources say they're calling in some special detective. Maybe even the FBI.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're definitely affording the FBI. Before I asked if he had any enemies, and he cut me off, so let me ask about this first.
Wow, you must have some special contacts.
Just special enough to see beautiful women like yourself.
I wonder how old Nancy is supposed to be in this particular instance. I feel like she was like in her 20s in the books. So this is creepy. Okay, let's just walk right on past that whole sentence. Let's just go.
Did this Jake guy have any enemies?
Sure, doesn't everyone?
Awkward pause.
I should get back to work. Nice meeting you, Nancy.
Bye.
Take care.
Yeah. He's an awkward guy. Okay, let's see. Aha. The work schedule.
Looks like something was removed here.
Go ahead and take another picture of this code. That's right there. Go ahead and zoom in, I guess, since we don't need all of it. I noticed this first time, but Jake's name has been scratched out. I don't know if that's because he is now officially dead, or if he got fired or something, so... I mean, either would be a good reason for him to no longer be on the schedule, but Jake's name used to be fairly frequent, like 3 days a week or something, but he's not on any of these, so I don't know. I have a feeling it's not actually that important. And a ladle, because this is an adventure game and you pick up things without knowing why. Dear old Daryl, I need to break off our date for the City Hawkins dance. I am very, very sorry, but something suddenly came up. Connie. And who needs so much evaporated milk? I mean, really? I know it's a restaurant, but did that many recipes use evaporated milk? I guess I can understand why they'd have so much tomato sauce. Like, that's a pretty common ingredient in, like, lots of Italian recipes, but geesh. Just seems like a lot. And let's see here. These over here, I don't know if there's anything to do with them yet. It feels like there is, I just don't know what it is. Wordy Knan? That's a weird name of something. Or the same thing with this. I don't know if there's any point to playing this, or if it's just one of those fun mini games they sometimes include. So let's go down to the high school. There seems to be only 3 locations in this one. Learning is the only thing the mind never exhausts, never fears, and never regrets. Da Vinci. I meant to look up if that is actually truthfully accredited to Da Vinci, but I did not do that. I should have, though, because I'm curious. Okay. I also don't know if there's any particular reason to pick up all these coins, but they sparkle and I need to pick up sparkly things. Okay. So, like, there's a lot of these coded notes everywhere. As you'll find out shortly, there's like 18 of them. So this one I've already figured out. Up, down, left, right. The first letters will help my plight. HEU2. So, some of them are real simple like that, some of them are a little bit more complicated. This is Jake's locker. So, it took me far too long to find the combination for that the first time, so that at least was going to be in my favor this time. Won't have to go through all of that nonsense again. Let's take a photo here. And I'll talk more about how that lovely locker combination messed me up the first time, but I'll do that when we get there. So this is yet another one. It's not as easy to read because it's on like that weird paper that's copy paper of other things. I also want to call out this lovely manatee with boxing gloves as their mascot, because that's just great in a whole different set of movies. Like, look at it. Who came up with that? This one. See, I got this one. This one's easy. It's just upside down. Nowhere to turn to, nowhere to hide. Let the books in the library be your answer guide. But these are like backwards. And this one's just backwards, it looks like. This one I think is upside down and backwards. Because that's that. Ooh, I'd have to write that out to read it properly. Must hide. Ref. Let's big secrets worn with great pride. Okay. Oh, that someone must hide. Reflects big secrets worn with great pride. A SYMBOL. A symbol of kanji. Ah, gotcha. Oof. Okay, so they're all kind of like that. Well, not all like that specifically, but hey!
Whoa, a new girl at school. Do you realize what destiny has brought you today? Yours truly, Hector Sanchez. But you can just call me the Hulk.
Okay, if anyone out there actually knows who the voice actor is, it's so familiar and I cannot place it. It's very distracting.
The Hulk?
You are new around here. I play for the Manatees, one of the best teams in the state. I leave the others in the dirt, man. Soon it's college ball, and then the pros. Showtime.
One of the best teams in the state?
Hello? Paseo Del Mar High School has been Florida's #1 football team for the last 4 years. I've been trying to get the coach to change that lame mascot ever since I first made the team.
I mean, I thought you're supposed to have some pride there now.
Is there anything you're afraid of?
Me? When I walk down the halls, it's punks like Jake Rogers who fear me.
Are all football? Yes, they're football players. This seems like a weird question to ask, but sure.
Do you have any enemies?
My only enemies are on the field. Off the field, I'm a pussycat. Is there anything else I can enlighten you on?
That is a weird way to... just this whole guy is very strange to me. I don't know, maybe I just wasn't friends with enough jocks in my high school. Let's do this one.
So, what's been going on at school lately?
Somebody killed Jake Rogers.
I love how he was talking that punk Jake Rogers, and then just suddenly all somber. Jake Rogers.
Jake Rogers?
I knew Jake, but I didn't hang out with him. Sorry, can't talk now. I gotta go to practice. Later.
I love how they always say, I've gotta go, or I've gotta go back to work or something, but, you know, they never actually go anywhere. The Crane School of Self-Defense. And an eye chart, which I haven't figured out what to do with yet, but there is something to do with it, I'm sure. Oh. Sparkle, sparkle. Let's go down here. Also, notice how much junk is in these hallways. It's very frustrating. Like, pick up after yourselves, children. Jeez. I feel old telling people, like, saying stuff like that. Let's see. And this one I figured out. Grape, grape, orange, cool will play the alarm in the school. Of course, I ignored the second part of that the first time I figured it out and just went, ooh, this is the combination, they said. And then it turned off an alarm and it was a game over because it was right in front of the hall monitor, who was very unhappy. So we won't be repeating that fun thing again, because I think once is enough. Let's see here. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. Ah, here it is. And that's like a library code or something, like a reference book or something like that. Haven't gotten that done yet in the other. Also, I just want to point out here, all of these actual Nancy Drew imagery that look like they're actually been drawn by, like, maybe actual fans submitted their artwork, which is kind of cool. Oh. I can't get any closer to really look at them, but I mean, like, that is Nancy Drew right there, and definitely that is too. So it's like, And so is That's from one of the book's covers. I think she was in Louisiana and that was a riverboat or something. So, and this is the honor student.
Hi, my name's Nancy Drew. What's your name?
Hal Tanaka. Actually, my first name is much longer than that. But I want to fit in here in America, so I chose Hal as my nickname. I'm a Japanese exchange student.
Why do you think it's easier to have an American name?
I want to be part of the culture and succeed in this country.
Okay.
Do you plan on staying in America after you finish high school?
My family is counting on me to succeed here. I must make them proud of me.
So, what's been going on at school lately?
A murder was committed here. Everyone is very stressed out.
I heard about that. Some kid named Jake?
Oh yeah, Jake Rogers was a dark soul. He created a lot of trouble.
Which option? That's do dark soul.
What do you mean by dark soul?
Jake wasn't a happy person, and made others around him very unhappy too.
How did Jake make people around him unhappy?
Jake was an ijimeko. In English, you would say a bully. He wasn't very popular. I'm behind in my studies and I must get back to the library. Bye, Nancy.
He never leaves this spot. He always says he's going back to the library or something. Never actually does it. Because otherwise, how would you find him? It's one of those tropes. Here we go. The hidden video tape will... what was it? Seal my murderer's fate. So nice of him to let us know that he was going to be murdered ahead of time. You'd think he would, you know, just stop himself from being murdered, but no, he's just gonna leave us notes about his murder. Self-preservation must not have been terribly high for him. Look, recyclable cans. Look at all the junk. Look, there's a can right there that someone didn't bother to... I did get this one, didn't I? Yeah, that's that one. Okay. So frustrating. This one's easy, because it's just a line through it. A crank contestant in a masked disguise won the prize money despite all the lies. And that's that judo school. Okay. I think they reused the image from the diner for the work schedule. But because they don't let you get close enough to it, you aren't supposed to tell, I don't think. Let's go in here. Ooh. Photo clubs. Where is it? Oh, here we go. See, there has to be something in here, but I haven't figured out quite what the hidden message is, because this is just talking about this annual picnic thing. So this one I haven't figured out, but I'll take the picture anyway. This is also so that I can keep track of how many I figured out. Or have found, I should say. And these are definitely real people's pictures. I wonder if these people worked on the thingy. The game. That's what this is. Words are hard sometimes, you know? Oh. Wow, I'm just finding all kinds of coins. I remember finding that many over there before.
Hi, I'm Connie. You're not from around here, are you? Usually, Paseo del Mar High is really quiet and boring. Lately, it's been totally out of control.
Out of control?
One of the students was killed last week.
Oh my goodness gracious.
What happened?
I think he was pushed down a flight of stairs or something.
What makes you think he was pushed and didn't just fall?
I heard his face was all messed up, like he was in a fight. He was always getting into fights.
What kind of guy was Jake?
Jake Rogers was a total creep. Nobody liked him. I gotta go now. Later.
Okay, so let's see here on my checklist. Let's go down here.
Check. That's done. Did that.
Haven't done that yet.
That's done. That's done.
Kanji symbol Connie's wearing, and as we've already decoded from one of them,
Haven't done that.
that is, in fact...
Hey, Nancy. Need something?
Have you seen any of those weird messages on the bulletin boards?
Yes, and if I catch the guy who's doing it, he's going to be in big trouble. I bet it's the same person who keeps on setting off the soda machine alarm.
What do you know about Hulk Sanchez?
He's a big jock on campus. Never dated him or anything.
Do you know Hal Tanaka?
Not very well. He's an exchange student from Japan and a total workaholic. He told me he's trying to get more scholarships for college. Lately, he's been looking really burnt out. I think the pressure's getting to him.
What pressure?
I guess it's a big deal for his family that he get into a good school on a free ride.
How well do you know Daryl Gray?
I wish I knew him better. He's the only guy I'd ever consider dating. He's student council president, holds a cool job at a diner called Maxine's, and drives a Seaback X80.
Drives a sports car and works at a diner? That doesn't compute.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Daryl's family was rich and used to throw major parties all the time, but not anymore.
And it's not like people don't, like, spend way more money on their cars than they should. Like, that's sadly quite frequent in America. A little too obsessed with cars here.
Why did you break your date with Daryl to the Sadie Hawkins dance?
It's a long story.
That she's obviously not gonna get into. Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Let's, I've got more of these to find. This one I figured out too, because it's only just the underlined letters in order. There's nothing too complicated about this one. But I'll take a message to make sure I've got it, or a picture. Because it's, put... Oh goodness, put elements in order to open up... Oh no, to open puzzle. Yeah. It's a braille lock, which I guess their janitor is blind or something? I don't know. Kind of cool to see one though. Student files under lock and key will show the lies of the doctor-to-be. Which, that's not even a puzzle, that's just a thing. It's just a message. Like I said, some of these are much easier than others. Yak the Nimble. And see, I think this is a reference to one of the other cases. Merry-go-round thing? I think that they put a whole bunch of references to the other cases in here. Which is kind of cool to see.
Have you heard of Hulk Sanchez?
Heard of him? Hulk holds the conference record for quarterback sacks. He's been the state's #1 player since he was a freshman. He's also a candidate for a big university, even with his injury.
Injury?
Hulk got hurt a few weeks ago. Ever since that game, he hasn't played the same. I worry that his chances of playing for a top school are not as good as before his injury.
Do you know the combination to Jake Rogers' locker?
I'm sorry, Nancy. I can't help you with that.
Do you know Connie Watson?
Yes, we've been in a few classes together. I think she was dating Jake Rogers.
And yet she said he was a creep.
What can you tell me about Daryl Gray?
He's very popular, and a good politician, too. Just like his father.
Like his father?
I hear he was a great politician, but not a very good businessman. I think his company went bankrupt a few years ago.
Connie told me you study too hard. Is that true?
Connie doesn't know my study habits. I can handle my studies. I'm behind in my studies, and I must get back to the library. Bye, Nancy.
I love ending that conversation with that question because of just the irony of him saying, I can handle my studies. I'm behind on my studies. I have to go back to the library. Just like, okay. And since we're by the library, let's go ahead and use the key. Sports today. Harmful effects of steroids on athletes. Want to guess why we're getting this image and all this stuff? Someone's using anabolic steroids in this school, and it's probably not Hal. Anabolic steroids are drugs used to enhance athletic performance and build muscle mass. They are virtually all derivatives of the testosterone or substances which promote the overproduction of testosterone in primates. As in America, anabolic steroids are classed as a controlled substance, and possession of even small amounts of etanol or human growth hormone can land a dealer in jail. Yet steroid use has doubled and redoubled in the American fitness scene over the last 20 years. What is the attraction? Why would a star amateur or professional athlete risk jail time for possession? Because many people think they can get that little bit of extra performance if they take the stuff. Peer pressure among college and even high school athletic teams is another reason. If everyone on the team is taking the drugs, you have to as well to keep up, because the early gains from anabolic steroid use are awesome. Which is a weird thing for them to say, talking about how terrible they are. But there are no shortcuts to athletic excellence. The physiological side effects are terrible. Liver damage, heart disease, and impotence are just a few problems. The low body fat levels encountered with heavy steroid use are unhealthy. In addition, though anabolic steroids grow at a fast rate, they don't change the composition of connective tissues nor the heaviness of the bones. Thus, while the muscles are stronger, the support system for them are not, so injury is often the result. And who got injured lately? Okay, so more of these, like, Nancy Drew fan art type of things, which is still cool. First time through these, I did not...
That medallion Connie is wearing is kanji for crane.
I did not thoroughly investigate this encyclopedia rack as well as I thought I had, and missed quite a few things. Not sure why we have Marie Antoinette here, but cool. Braille. So that's for the lock. I have that written down on a piece of paper over here instead of taking a picture of it, because it was just easier. Oh, it was just here. Okay. Harry Houdini. I noticed this in the first one. The first time I tried to play this is... There's a lot of things in the library that I think are references to other games, which I'll point out a specific example later. Like, I don't understand what Lizzie Applegate could possibly have to do with this, considering it's a history of San Francisco and we're in Florida. But Here, let me give you an exact example. I think it was down here. Yeah, this lycanthropy book on werewolves, I know for a fact was in that one that I played, The Curse of the Manor, because I distinctly remember this book and this image specifically. I don't know why it's stuck in my head, but I distinctly remember it. So there's absolutely no reason for it to be relevant here. So it must be like an Easter egg or something. I'm pretty sure like all of these books over here, so far I haven't found any that have any actual bearing on anything. Gemstones and how to identify them. Like, I mean, I suppose that I could come across a reason to know about gemstones in this, but I haven't yet. This, however, I think might actually be something I'd need to know, because it's this silly, made-up, horrible martial arts thing, and it has to be made up because I can't think of any actual thing that only like martial arts that only has like, what is it, like 7 moves in it. Nine distinct, precisely delivered offensive blows that you have to do a specific verbal cry for each specific one, so that everyone knows what you're about to do. It's just silly. They're just hissing at someone. Like, it's either something I'm gonna use here to fight that against that judo for that reason, or it's just like a joke about like fighting animes or something, which I don't think would be in here, but would be quite funny. Jake was here. Things to remember. Me. The answer to my fate lies in the box. A matchbook behind Maxine's schedule holds the first step, which we don't have because they ripped that out already. My messages hold the remaining 18 steps. The elements tell the order. The letter and digit tell the direction. I, you, too. So, I believe is iodine, I think. Luckily, there's this table of elements right here. Yep, iodine, so that's 53. But I don't think, because there's only 18, and he picked, I guess, just whichever random ones that come numerically first. So. Actually. Let's see. So, someone was in here and just fled while I was going down here. I'm not gonna bother chasing though, because I can't imagine we'd be able to. A French book. Something about a ship. The 7 Virtue Suite. So that has to be the 7. Yeah, that has to be a reference to the 7, that case of the 7 ships or whatever. So I'm pretty sure most of these aren't going to be. Oh my. Ham radio. Morse code. I mean, I suppose I could possibly end up needing Morse code in here, but crystal skulls. Funsies, very Indiana Jones. Catalog search. We have to go talk to, what's his face? Hulk.
How's it going?
Do you know Hal Tanaka?
That dude is always studying. He's a huge fan of mine. Real smart guy. But I never understood why a brain like Tanaka would hang out with slime like Jake.
Hal was a friend of Jake's?
Let's just say I saw them talking together a lot. Jake's locker was right next to Hal's.
But they weren't really friends, is that what you're saying?
Jake didn't really have friends, and Hal, he may seem pretty chill, but I've seen him crack a couple of times. He's seriously uptight.
Crack a couple of times?
He's got a temper, a bad one. He lets the pressure build and build until he's wound so tight the slightest thing sets him off. Like last week, I strike him out during gym, and he goes ballistic and charges the mound. He's got some serious issues. Now that I think of it, last time I saw them together, Hal seemed pretty upset.
I love how it's only after people mention, oh yeah, he does have a temper, that they say, he was upset actually last time, yeah. Let's try Connie.
What can you tell me about Connie Watson?
She hangs out at the gym a lot. I heard she's been having a real tough time.
Tough time?
I heard she's been having some money problems.
What can you tell me about Daryl Gray?
He seems like a cool guy. His family used to sponsor the annual football awards dinner until last year. You know, he's the one who found Jake's body.
I'm really sorry you got injured. Does that affect your chances of playing college ball?
I had a little sprain, no big deal. Within a week, I was better than before, and impressing the football scouts. I'm as strong as ever.
Yep, definitely. You seem
Goodbye.
that way.
Bye.
Okay, let's go talk to... Oh, actually... Hal.
Hulk said your locker's right next to Jake's. Are you sure you don't know the combination?
I remember one day Jake was mad because he couldn't open his locker. He told me he wished I had a phone handy. Would that help?
Sure, okay.
See you later.
Goodbye, Nancy.
So let me explain what really got on my nerves about Jake's locker combination. Okay, so the sort of hinty thing is figure out how my phone can help me figure out Jake's locker combination. So that means that it's not his specific phone, so it's not like he has a picture of his, combination on it or anything. So it has to be any phone. So I figure, okay, so it has to be spelling out something. So I was running all over it trying to find some 4-letter word, because there's 4 digits, as to what he could be trying to spell with the digits, right? And because I figured that's what it had to be, and that they were looking to give you like another clue as to what it is. You know what it is? It's his name. It's his name. Who uses their own name? It's silly. And also, how can you not remember 5253? Like, supposedly you go into your locker every day, right? But apparently you can't remember his locker. Okay, so Mass Marauder flattens foes. That has to do with that one clue we got. Something about lies in a prize money. English essays. Through the Ages. Missing cassette tape. And a break-in at a local pharmacy. And they took Hectanol. Shocking. So, since we know Jake was up to something shady that was giving him money, I know he's blackmailing at least a few people. I don't know how many of them he's blackmailing.
Hey, Nancy, need something?
Didn't I hear you were dating Jake?
Hey, a girl can make a mistake, can't she?
Do you know why Jake had an empty video cassette case in his locker?
No. Why are you so interested in Jake anyway? I gotta go now. Later.
This is very defensive, you know? I can, do this, because we got the code. Let's see, it was... Oh wait, actually, I didn't show you where you get the code. I don't know if this will work, because I didn't technically find it yet. Oh, it does still work. Okay, I will show you later where you get the code for that. And this is just terrifying. I mean, that is just looking to be killed like a murder situation there. I'm surprised he didn't end up in there, because he seems like a jerk. High temperature condition must be investigated. So this obviously must be the way to cause it to shut down or something like that. I haven't found a reason why I need to come down here. I don't even really know why I need the gloves, just that I can get them. It's very snappy animation. It's very nice. Maintenance schedule. Doop, doop. Okay. Let's go talk to
What can I do for you?
you.
Do you know Connie Watson?
Not that well. She keeps to herself a lot. I've always thought there's something mysterious about her. Kind of the same way I feel about you.
Yeah, you need to stop hitting on Nancy, please. It's very creepy.
Do you know why Connie broke your date to the Sadie Hawkins dance?
No, it was really weird. But what was even weirder is that she took Jake instead of me. Like I said, she's mysterious.
What can you tell me about Hal Tanaka?
Hal's an exchange student who's all scholarships and study. He's very intense about becoming a doctor.
Ah.
How well do you know Hulk Sanchez?
Big guy, big muscles, big dreams. A lot of football scouts have been coming over to watch him play. He must be under a lot of pressure to perform.
Didn't I hear that you found Jake's body?
Yeah, I did. The student council president gets keys to the school. We had an early morning council meeting and I found him lying there. It was the worst thing I ever experienced in my life. And I really don't want to think about it right now.
Also, the fact that they give a student at all any sort of keys to the school is mind-boggling. Like, why would they let... Never mind.
Do you know why Jake had an empty video cassette case in his locker?
Why were you in Jake's locker?
Since I'm undercover, I probably shouldn't just announce that I'm undercover. That doesn't seem smart. There we go.
I'm writing an article about the murder for the school newspaper.
Oh. I have no idea. What else can I do for you?
That was very believable, don't you think? That
Bye.
was very believable.
Later.
I definitely think he has no idea.
Good recovery on Daryl's question about Jake's locker.
Thanks, Uncle Steve.
But reporter for school newspaper? It's not that great of a cover.
You're one to
I
talk.
had to think on my feet.
Like, you, Uncle Steve, are not one to criticize.
When the police looked through Jake's locker, did they take a videotape?
No. We didn't. You're thinking there's something important on that tape. Important enough that Jake hid it.
Something like that.
Good lead. Find that videotape, Nancy.
Like, they searched his locker. Did they not see the empty video cassette tape holder? I mean, really? What have you been doing?
I found a notepad in the library that seems like a message from Jake.
Really? Tell me more.
It says, "Things to remember me," and seems to give clues about the answer to my fate lies in a box.
This is the best lead we've had. I think it could break the case. Follow whatever directions he gave to find this box. His journal could be in there. Excellent work, Nancy Drew. But remember, you need to keep a low profile and be careful.
Yeah.
Bye, Uncle Steve.
Goodbye, Nancy.
Let me just go do your job for you. That's okay. Alright, let's see. Let's do my checklist here.
That's done.
Haven't gotten that yet.
Did that. Did that. That's done. Can't check that off yet.
Didn't actually mention that.
Did that.
Can't do that. I skipped that, but that's where we find what the actual code is.
Haven't done that.
Yeah.
That's done. Did that. Check. Did that.
See anything else? Okay, so next on the task list is the teacher lounge. Okay. So hall monitor Connie will not just let you into the teacher's lounge. So the way to do it is to go here. While we're
How's
here,
it going?
we can do...
Tell me about the robbery at the drug station pharmacy.
Why would I know about a robbery? All I know about is football.
Yes, that's steroid usage.
Do you know why Jake had an empty video cassette case in his locker?
I didn't pay much attention to Jake. I'm tired of talking about that loser.
Right, yeah.
Goodbye.
You're
Bye.
not suspicious at all. Roid rage is a thing. I don't actually know if he's the one who killed him, but like road rage is a thing. Okay, so grape, orange, cool.
Get Connie over here to fix it!
Starts the alarm. I don't know why they have an alarm on their soda machines, but they do.
Nancy, I'm starting to wonder about you.
Someone set off the alarm on the soda machine again.
Connie, the student monitor, to the rescue. Again.
I thought you were just the hall monitor. Okay. What were you writing? You might be wondering why I'm even sending this, and I wish I had a better explanation. So many times in the hallways we catch each other's eyes, and it seems, ooh, it's a love letter. Both want to say something, but we just keep walking. You with your friends and me alone. There's so much I want to say to you. Every time I drive to or from school, it's like you're in the car with me. Oh, and we have these remaining conversations, and I'm thinking, will this ever become true? Can you ever forgive me for what I did? Can I? I want to explain, but a part of me knows that it's not safe and stupid to do. Sometimes I just can't keep it bottled inside me, and I want to scream it from the rooftops. Is this crazy? Am I? Well, I mean, I would hope not, but you don't exactly inspire confidence, Connie. Aha. So we know this is Eloise Drew. Whoops. And it is O-Y-Wise. What is it? Elder. No? I must have spelled something wrong. Okay. Security reports. Yay. We need to find a replacement for Jake Rogers for bulletin board duty. Please send me a list of candidates you recommend for this duty. Principal Parton. Okay, so that's how he got all those things into there. There's no thing there. To-do list. Someone just knocked. Locate missing book or order replacement for English essays through the ages, which is what's in his locker, Jake's locker. Gather donations for sophomore book sale. Update meeting information for Paseo Book Club. Take down student art exhibit on Friday. Have library computers networked with school. Yep. Okay. Clean stairwells near cafeteria. Repair lock on video lab door. Check ADA requirements for doors. Call Dillon HVAC for boiler service. Change password to boiler room door. Passwords. And this is the password. So I'm going to take a picture of this, since that is somewhat, I feel, important. I don't know if I'm going to need any besides the one I've already figured out, which was note. Also, Apple is spelled wrong. I don't think I noticed that the first time. And student lounge copy erase work. I don't know, but the fact that so I can't get that I have all those makes me feel like I will need at least another one. Security detail. Lights on, left on in the library. All outer entrance doors checked and locked. Connie's backpack is in the lost and found. Toolbox from Dillon HVAC service left in boiler room. Left note with maintenance. Patrolled outside grounds on foot. Observed young man peering through school entrance doorway. Identified him as an exchange student and was trying to retrieve his homework. So, that was Hal, because he was let in and escorted to his locker, but, oh, excuse me, but his locker's right next to Jake's, and we just assume, he just says he doesn't know what the actual code is for his locker. He could have easily gotten into it. Approximately 8:30, two people were arguing. I'm assuming this is Jake's description, the redheaded kid, and green windbreaker and jeans. The second male was wearing a football jersey, 8-0, which is, you know, a Hulk. Caught several students soaping teacher's lounge windows. That includes Daryl. And then this, 1201... See, here's the thing, though. They say they found his body at midnight. But Daryl supposedly found his body in, like, early morning. Was he the one who screamed? And they came to... But that wouldn't make sense. Like, that's just weird. Wonder if this is the first letter thing that I'm supposed to figure out. Because there was something about first letters in one of these. That'd be N-A... Neth... I'm gonna take a picture because I feel like this is important, but I don't quite know why as of yet.
This looks exactly like the one in Jake's locker.
So Hal was plagiarizing his English essay. And what do you want to bet that he was being blackmailed about it? A trophy was not the only prize, but also money of a greater size. Oh, it's AG, okay. I couldn't see that terribly well the first time when I took this picture. I think that's gold, isn't it? Or is that silver? Let me, put a note there since I couldn't see it very well the first time around. I don't want to have to come into this room too often because that requires me to get rid of Connie. Ooh. Don't want to eat a quarter. That'll be bad. And that would be... what's his face's dad? Daryl's dad. Great Enterprises. Strong profits. Okay. Anything else in here? Oh, well, another quarter. Okay, I guess not. And then there's this. Just CLD2. Like, I'm not quite sure. Because there's no code or anything for this one, so.
Hello?
You better stop your nosy nosing, or it'll get bent way out of shape.
Intimidating. Whatever shall I do? Okay, it's just the same stuff I've already looked at. Okay. No. Let's go to the library. Oh, let me do this.
That's done.
I don't think I've got all these.
Haven't done that.
Yeah, I don't have all of them.
Did that. That's done. Check. That's done.
Okay, still need to ask Hal about the copied essay. That she's over here.
You plagiarized your senior essay on etiquette, and Jake knew about it.
Yes, Nancy. I'm very ashamed. My family will be extremely unhappy about this terrible mistake I have made. Somehow, Jake found out I copied that old essay. Then he blackmailed me into doing his homework for him.
Why did you copy the essay?
I had no other choice. My family won't let me stay in the United States unless I get a scholarship next year. I had to take extra courses to earn the scholarship. Before I realized what I had done, I was buried in work. I copied the essay because I was desperate.
What happened when Jake found out?
Jake demanded I do all his homework for the rest of the semester, or he would tell my family everything. What else could I do? My family was depending on me to succeed.
Were you desperate enough to kill him?
I was not happy about the situation, but I would never kill anyone. I value human life. Please don't tell anyone about this, I beg you. You will gain nothing if you do, and it would destroy my family if they knew what really happened. I regret what I have done. Please let me have this chance to become a doctor. I promise to make up for this mistake, even if it takes the rest of my life.
If you didn't kill Jake, do you have any idea who did?
When I delivered Jake's homework to him the other day, he mentioned being late for a meeting with Daryl Gray. It was very strange. I didn't know they were friends.
Apparently nobody was friends with Jake.
Do you know why Jake had an empty video cassette case in his locker?
I didn't know Jake was interested in video. I avoided him whenever I could.
Bye.
Okay.
Farewell, Nancy.
Okay, let's go in here. Oops, I keep forgetting I have to unlock that every time. I still don't know what I need a ladle for. Okay. So the one that was under... Nope, that's not what I wanted. That was under the... This was under that. So that is, if you just sort of read it in order, if anything happens to me, so IFANYTHING, happens to me, search, because then you go from the red to the purple, SEARCH, search under my combo in catalog exclamation point. So his combo, if we look back at this and if we remember, was 5253 because Jake. So this took me a while too because I thought initially that that was how you found his combination, and I was putting in like my combo in like every sort of different way possible. Evidence, J. Rogers under my seat. So yeah, I spent a long time trying to figure out how to get the combo out of the catalog when you put the combo in the catalog. So now I have this sucker. And I do not know what to do with it. This is pretty much where I was before.
Check.
I did that
Check.
as well. Like, I have to
Check.
find out what the combination is on this. But I'm not quite sure what that is. See, like at first I thought it was this thing. Oh, not that thing. This here. But those symbols aren't all over. So I need to figure out what these are. Because like that's Cancer. I know that. I think that's Taurus. Like that's the moon, obviously. Mars, I think. No, not quite Venus, but similar. So it's like, I don't know what, I haven't found those symbols yet, so I'm very, oh wait, hold on. Because Mercury's in there too, isn't it? Or is it not? I don't remember what Mercury is off the top of my head. I don't think that's that, because I know from Sailor Moon that's Jupiter, right? If that was accurate in Sailor Moon, I don't know if it is. So I don't know what that is. I need to figure out. How to open the evidence. Like, this doesn't tell me anything. I can press buttons, but I don't know what the code is, so that would just be brute forcing it. Let's see if Connie's still here. Or back in her spot, I should say. Yep, she is.
Nancy, I'm starting to wonder about you.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Your medallion has a symbol that means crane, and crane is the name of the judo school on the poster in the gym.
What a coincidence. Funny, I never noticed. I gotta go now. Later.
You go nowhere. Also, she's clearly the masked fighter
Check.
that won all the money and the trophy. Oh, why thank you.
Hey, Nancy, need something?
Hulk told me money's been tight for you these days.
What a dork. Hulk Sanchez doesn't know the first thing about my life. He needs to get a life and stop talking about mine.
I'll let you go.
Bye, Nancy.
Super cool. Okay, so I don't have all the different codes because I've got 19 of 30 pictures, and there's 18 codes, and I know a couple pictures aren't codes, because I have also this and that here. I know that's not. This might be part of it, but I don't know what that is. So this is pretty much where I was last time when I called it, and then realized nothing had actually recorded, which was frustrating. But it did take me a lot longer to get here the first time, because like I said, I was going around doing nonsense for quite a while. So I guess what I need to do now is start figuring out some of these other things. Okay, so this, I have figured this one out. Because it's pretty simple, all of them are in just sort of order, say Jour, Nal is journal, HIS is his, ISMI is my, and cash cow. And if you just make it make sense, that his journal is my cash cow, and then XER3. I wish I could like do like a check mark over it or something. This one is just up and down, so check your eyesight in gym. Even though he spelled your wrong, that's the only thing that makes sense, and that's TEL3. This is up, down, left, right. The first letters will help my plate. See, that's why I think there's something to do with this, like the first letters. Because that sort of, see how there's sort of like a little extra space there? Makes me think it is that. So that is, let's see, up, down, left, right. So that's, but that, I mean, like, what does the up, down, left, right refer to? That's I mean, because if you just read them straight down, it doesn't really make sense. Because that's, let me get a piece of paper here and do some thinkings. NATA, sometimes it just helps to write it out. HACS EKTA. It's not like Sanchez, which, looking at these, like SCAH sort of starts a little bit like that, but not. Makes sense. So let's see something here. Let's see if I can just unscramble this into something. Take there's so many A's. can't figure out what to do with that. Unless you also have to include the meeting vacation out sick thing. But that doesn't really make sense. Because, I mean, up, down, left, right just gets you, like, nowhere, really. Okay, well... Alright, let's go to a different one. Okay, then there's this one. The capital letters make me think that that's the beginning of, like, sentences. But I'm not sure. Okay, so that's black and white there in the middle on the third line. See, black and white. The answer is in black and white. To okay, find them. But see, this doesn't make sense. Or ninjit. That's not a word. That's crime there. The answer is in black and white. Because I've tried to write this one down before. And it's like, find them or ninja it. That doesn't make sense. And discover another crime. Another crime. The answer... Whoop, I need to not write in pencil. I discovered this last time. I write hard, apparently. It's in... and white. I need more space on this paper. I just have a little tiny book and it's not enough. Okay, so that end word is time. Do the time. To who will do the time. Okay, hold on a second. Let me get a new page here because this is just crunched on here. Like I need more space. I should have written this down carefully. Find. Oh, find the morning. I got it. Morning edition. And discover. I gotcha now. Another. Oh, so that was the robbery, right? At the thing. The pharmacy. Another crime. The answer is in black and right. To who will do the crime? IRD2. Okay. I feel like these D2s and all that is like chess moves or something. It feels very chess move to me, at least. Like, I haven't played chess in a good number of years, so I can't be 100%, but that's what it strikes me as. I watched the Queen's Gambit, you know. Okay, so this one. TVNSENSIAORNI. Let's see here. Like, there's not a whole lot to go on here. There's not, like, anything that's popping out at me that's saying, ah, that's a word backwards. Okay, and this is nowhere to turn, nowhere to hide. Let books in the library be your answer guide. That someone must hide. What was it? Reflects big secret. To great pride. Of kanji. So that's talking about student hall monitor over there. Then it's this one that's like upside down and backwards. To keep up. It's really hard to read. The last one's the hard one. Like, I'm trying to turn my head and read it at the same time, and it's like not super easy. Oh, that's the grape thing. This, I need to write these down so I can easily, like, type those into the research books. Hold on a second. Or the catalog lookup. But that's the same thing. Hold on a second. I hadn't actually looked at this too close. But that's like the same book twice. $16, $15, $20. Like, because if you think of it right, or is this like book number, chapter number, page number, word number, whatever it is, or book, page, line, word. I think that's how that works. $7, $18, $1, $16. But see, then this one has too many numbers. So, because that's can't be book, page, line, word, unless it's word then letter. Oh, that's really annoying. Okay. Well, let's go just for funsies. Try and put those into the, oops. into the library catalog, look up, see what happens. And I'm still missing a couple notes. Oh. I don't think this is actually going to work, but we will check. Yeah, see, that's not actually a thing. But, like, the research books are here. It's just which research books are we needing, you know? Because if I go to, like... if we're counting here, because that's not 11. I mean, that's 3, but I can't access that. That's 2. Again, can't access 3. Hmm, 19 though. Okay. $16, $15, $20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it's the last line. Wait, no, that's supposed to be 16. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so that is 16. $15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15. That's and. Which the 15th is actually N. But then what's the 20? Is it N, like ND? Or rather, and then the 20th letter, which would be 5 more, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's another N. That doesn't seem right. I hope I don't have to go through all of these books. That would be just kind of annoying. I mean, because this and the one on Lizzie are the only, like, words or books in the references that don't have any specific use. So frustrating. I might have to come back to this, though. Like, the entire game, that is, because it's getting to go kind of long here, trying to figure out all these stupid clues to figure out. The kid just couldn't tell us who killed him. That would be too easy. And then, I mean, I was just thinking these were all references, but if this is like a code I have to find, I'd have to find each individual book. But those don't even have numbers on that one. Like, this doesn't have page numbers either, so how am I supposed to assume that would be correct? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. these books over here don't have numbers, so I don't think that has to do with that. I'm pretty sure it has to do with these reference books, especially since one of the other clues were about that. But, like, that's the Braille thing. That's 522. Page 522, rather. And, like, I don't have anything that has that many page lists. So I think I'm going to save it here. So these were the first ones. And we're going to go ahead and do Secrets 2. So we can try and come back to this and figure it out later. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Bye.